This conference will now be recorded.
We'll see this. We have some different types of buffers. What are the buffers we are going to use it? We'll see one by one case. We'll see one by one. Okay. Now, in the previous class, what we have done it, we have added some step like TBox set buffer. So you people know this thing, right? This one as well as like how we are going to remove all the buffers. Yes or no, guys? Or you want me to repeat this? Okay. Now see here. What I will do it means I'll go and create one test case. One test case I'm going to create. So this is for register folder. For register, or I can mention something like test cases. In this, I am going to create one test case. So this test case is for register case. This test case is for register. This test case is for register. Okay. Now what I need to do it means I am going to give some values to this. I am going to first drag and drop this one register here. So these details I need to enter. These are the details I need to enter. So these are the details. I need to enter these details. Okay. So for that, what I am going to do it means here I am going to fill the details. So it has to click. Then like it has to give the name, first name and last name. So it has to give the email ID, all these things. It has to fill these details. Okay, you know this how to do this. But now, whatever the first name I'm going to enter here, whatever the first name I'm going to enter here, I need to save it. I need to create a buffer for the first name. Whatever the first name I have entered here, or I'm going to enter some email ID, I need to create for that. I need to create for that. Okay. Now, just I'm going to enter, I'm removing this also, only the first name. I have entered the first name here. The first name I need to create a buffer. Okay, I need to create a buffer for this. Okay, so that every time I don't want to enter, or you can call the buffers also. Now see here. Here you are going to give the input. Okay, I need one more column here. I need one more column also. Sorry, one more row I required here. Okay. So for that, you know that you need to go to the cardinality. There you need to go to the cardinality there. There you need to do 0 to 2. Jump to the module. So in the module, properties, we have something like the register, right? For the register property. In this, we need to select the first name. Sorry, we need to select here this. Go to the first name. Click here. You will get the properties here. 0 to 2. Okay, I'll go to the test cases. So I have entered this name, it's an input. So here I can give anything, any name where it has to save it. First name I have given Murthy, as well as I have given the input. Now I am going to give here anything. Okay, it has to save with the name. With the name, it has to save with the name. So here I can select the buffer base. Here I can select the buffer. So whatever the value you have entered here, it is going to save with the name. Whatever the data you have entered here, it is going to save with this. It is going to save with this. Now see here, if I am going to run this, now if you want to see the buffers, you know that you need to go to the tools, buffer viewer. There is no buffer still now. There is no buffer still now. Okay. Now I'm going to close this. Just have given first name as an input, and the name what you have entered here, I'm going to save it as the name field. In the name field. Okay. Now I'll go to the modules. Cardinality, I'm going to make it 0 to 1. 0 to 1, we have make it. So I'll go to the test cases. I'm going to execute this case. I'm going to, and I need to open and I need to keep this. Logo. I should be in the register page. I did not give browser to open or link to open, everything I'm not giving this. Directly I'm doing this. I'll go here, right click, run in static. Okay. It has to enter the name here. Okay. So it has to enter the name. Okay, it has entered the name. Now see here, go to the results. You can see in the results, buffer name, you can see here, name has been set to a value. What is the value? The value is more. So you can able to see it here. Name has been set to a value. Name has been set to a value. Now, here, if you want to see the buffer view, you can able to see here. So name is it is going to save it, the name. Wherever you are going to enter the name, it will take this value. It will take this value. It will take this value. Okay, we'll see this. There is a last name field here. See here, guys, again. There is a last name field here. So here, if I am going to give it, okay, if I am going to give it bracket b of name, so it is going to take it as more. Now see here, I am going to execute this again. I am going to execute this again. So here I have given any name, whatever the name it is going to give here, it is going to save it in the name, and it is going to paste in the last name also the same thing. So I will give something like Hari. Hari ahead. I am going to run this. I am going to run this. So what is the output you will get it, guys, here? What is the output you will get it? This is the register page. Yeah, both first name as well as last name, both you will get the same thing. Why means first name I have given Hari, it is going to save it in the buffer. Again, I am going to give the buffer of the name. So you are going to get the first name and last name, both are Hari. Now see here, I am going to execute this. See here, both the times it is entering Hari. Both the times it is entering Hari. Because the name what I have given here, the name what I have given here, it is going to save it. The name what I have given here, so it is going to save it in the buffer, and the same name I am using this. This is one type of buffer. This is one type of buffer where you are going to use in the steps. In the steps you can able to use this buffer. In the steps you can able to use this buffer. This is a one type of buffer. Okay. Now we have one more buffer case. We have one more buffer. So I am going to, you have a register here, right? So here I am going to add one more test case. I am going to add one more test step, I can say. So buffer means it is going to use to save the values. So you can able to save the values. You can able to save the value. In the previous class we have discussed this. Okay. Now what you are going to do it, you are going to give the name first. We are going to use this input modes. These are the action modes. In the action modes, I'm going to give the name. I'm providing it as an input. Then the same name I'm going to save it using a buffer, and I'm going to use this here. I'm going to use this here. So next one, I need one more buffer. I'm going to create here. Right click, search and add step. Okay. We have a buffer called TBox set buffer. TBox set buffer. Select the TBox set buffer, please. Okay. In this buffer, I'm going to use some data. TBox set buffer. I'm going to use something like email, email ID, email. I'm going to give it as email. So whenever it's the email, I am going to give some value. It will take that one. Outlook.com. So now, whenever I'm going to use this email, it has to take this value. It has to take this value. Okay. Now see here, guys. Again, if I go to the buffer viewer, it is showing only the name equal to Hari, but you don't have this one, email equal to this. At least one time you need to execute this. At least if you are going to execute this test step one time, then only it will be activated. Then only it will be activated. So I'll right click. I'll say that run in Scratchbook. Now you'll see this. Automatically it will add that. Run in Scratchbook. Automatically it will add. Okay. Now see here, guys. You can see this email equal to this. So automatically it is going to add this. Automatically it is going to add it. Now see here. So this is one type of buffer. So whenever you want, you can able to use this buffer. You want to use this buffer. Now I want to use this buffer. I want to use this buffer in these test cases. Okay. In the email field, I can use the same thing. Colon buffer of email. It is going to take this value. Whatever the buffer value I have given here, it is going to take it. Whatever the value I have given there, it is going to take it. Okay. Now I am going to execute this. I am going to execute this one. Okay. Total register I am going to execute this test case. I'll go here. It should be in the register page without any data. Okay. So I'm going to execute this. Run in a Scratchbook. Okay. So now you can able to see the results. So everything, whatever the data it has been entered. So you can able to see here. Email has been set to the value. This email ID. So when you are entering the data also, you can see this. You can able to see this. So name has been entered Hari. There's a name, it's a buffer name. So everything you can able to see this. Maybe see here this. Maybe you feel this like because you are not there, you want to see the reports kind of thing. I need to see some reports, how it is doing everything. Okay, you want to generate some reports for this test case. Go here to the test cases, right click on the test case. You can see something like print report. Print report. So I want the report for this test case. So right click, print report. So there is something called test case overview. Click on the test case overview. I'm going to click on this. To take some time. See here, it is going to download as a PDF. It is going to download as a PDF. All the pages, I'm going to download this. Start. Now see here, I'm going to save it in the desktop. I'm going to save it in the desktop. I can give any name. So it is for a register test case. Register test case. I'm downloading this. Okay, now you can see this case. So you can see the PDF documentation what we have done. So test case, it is the report what we have generated now, on date and who has generated. See here. So this is the thing. This is the script what we have written. This is the script. We have a register. So then we have a demo web shop.register. In this, like in the mail we have selected, then we have entered the name Hari, then it's the input, and this Hari is going to save it in a buffer. Can you able to hear me?
Voice breaking,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Voice is breaking it.
Yeah. Because I'm getting like okay, now see here. So there is the register. So in this something like see here, you have where we have dev web shop register, the first name what we have entered and the first name what we have sent to buffer, and buffer of the name, buffer of the email, and this one. So this is the code what we have written. So you can, it will generate the report like this. It will generate the report like this. It will generate the report. If you want to see the execution report step by step also, I will show it in the future classes. So execution report. Now see here, you can write the report whatever the things you have written, you have in the test cases. In the test cases, this is the code what you have written and you have executed. This is the thing what you have executed. So it will generate the reports like this. So if you want step by step execution also, step by step, if you want to execute also, step by step, see here, you are going to open, it is going to click on this, it is going to enter the data here, it is going to enter the data here, click on this, all these things also, we can able to see these reports also. Tosca will generate this report, Tosca will generate this report also. I will show that in the future classes. Okay. So till here clear, right, about the buffers. Next, I want to delete the buffers, please. I want to delete the buffers. I want to delete the buffer. So I have entered the data here. So I want to delete the buffer. Delete all buffers. I want to delete all the buffers. So if you want to delete all the buffers, we have something called TBox delete buffer. TBox delete buffer. TBox delete buffer. Okay. This buffer will delete all the buffers which has been saved. It is going to delete all the buffers, all the saved buffers. So it is going to delete all the saved buffers. Okay. Now I am going to use this. I'll go here. I am going to give a right click here. I am going to add one more step here. Right click. I am going to add one more step here. I am going to mention delete buffer. I am going to TBox delete buffer. Okay. Just keep it. It is going to delete everything. It is going to delete everything. Now see here, we have a buffer viewer. We have some buffers here. I want to delete the buffer. This step also you can execute directly. Right click, run in scratch. It is going to delete all the buffers. It is going to delete all the buffers. So it is asking to specify a directory. We'll see this how it is. Now I will execute this test case from starting. This register test case. I am going to execute this. I'll keep it in the register page without data. I'm going to keep it in register page without data. Okay.
Sir, you selected TBox delete file instead of deleted buffer, sir.
Oh, we have done it. I'm good checking. Okay, delete file. Okay. I'm deleting this. Okay. In my system, I can like a little bit like smaller. I can able to view this system. Okay. Now see here. I'm going to add it. such an add step. TBox, it's a delete buffer. Okay. Now you can able to execute this. Directly it is going to delete. So see here, we'll go to the buffer viewer, we'll see this. I'm going to right click, I'm going to execute this. So it has been deleted, executed successfully. We are going to check for the buffers. What are the buffers are? See here, no buffers are present here. You don't have any buffers. All the buffers has been deleted. All the buffers has been deleted. Okay. And we have some other two buffers. Okay. We have something like partial buffer is there. How you are going to pull the data partial? Okay. We have this partial buffer. See here. I'll go here. I can type it here for TBox. And we have something like TBox partial buffer. TBox partial buffer. So if you want to get a partial text from the stored buffer, you can get a partial text. Partial text from stored buffer. Already buffer is stored. If you want any partial text, you can able to get this. Okay. If you want to get anything, you can able to get it. Okay. Next one, we have something like TBox name to buffer. TBox name to buffer. TBox name to buffer. Here, what we are going to do, it means we are going to store the test case names to the buffer here. Test case name. So at the time of the execution, we are going to execute the test cases from the execution list. Okay, we want to store the test case names. Okay, it stores. It is going to show name of test case name. It stores test case name to buffer. It is going to show two buffers we are going to see at the time of test execution. From tomorrow, we are going to start the test execution. We'll see this at the time of test execution. Whenever you are going to see the test execution, we are going to do the test execution. We'll see these two buffers. Okay. So just know that TBox partial buffer means you can able to get the partial text from the stored buffer. And TBox name to buffer means when we are going to do the test execution, there's a lot of test cases are going to be executed. At that time, if you want to save some test case names to the buffer, you need to use this TBox name to buffer. These two things we are going to see in the test execution. But whenever they are going to say how many types of buffers, these are the 4 types of buffers. 4 types of buffers. First one, we have TBox set buffer. Next one, we have TBox delete buffer. Next, we have TBox partial buffer and TBox name to buffer. And a normal buffer, which we have seen. We have seen the normal buffer also. Okay. So these are the buffers. And we'll take one more example of a buffer base. One more example of a buffer. Now, I'll take one more example of a buffer. Here, I have given here, Hari, it's an input and name I have given here. But you can give this in a different way. You can give this in a different way. See this one. First name I have given Hari. I'm going to give the action mode as input. Action mode I have given input. Then the Hari I'm going to save it in the name. I'm going to give it as buffer. But I can give this in a different way. Now I'll show that how it is. I'll show that how it is. Okay. I'm going to create one more test case. I'm going to create one more test case. Okay. Register 1 or something, whatever the test case. Register 1. So here also the same thing I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this register this module from here, guys. So it's a user registration module. Okay. Now see here, you need to give the data here. So I'm going to click on this. So now you need to give the first name. Okay. So always see here, always you need to give the first name. Okay. You need to give the first name. Okay. Whenever you are going to give the first name, whenever you are going to give the first name. Okay. Previously, what we have done, see here, guys. In the previous test kit, what we have done, I will write it here, guys. You can see the difference. In the buffer, in the test, I can say test case one. Test case one. What I have done it here means here in the first step. First step, what I have given, I am going to give it as Hari. Name I have given Hari. In the first step, I have given it as Hari. The after the Hari, what I am going to give, I am going to give the input. It's the action mode. Okay. So here I am going to give first name also. First name. So like this I have here. In the next step, what I have done, the Hari I need to save it in the name. Just a minute. Hari I need to save it. Okay. So what I need to do, again I am going to use the same column, first name. Okay. Here I have given name. Then I am going to use the buffer action mode here. Okay. And whenever I need to call the buffer, I need to give the bracket B of. Okay. I am going to give it as name. So this is in the first test case what I have done it. Till here clear, guys? What I have done here? The first test case.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I will do in the second case. I will do in the second test case. In the second test case, I can do differently, guys. You can see here. In the second test case, what I am doing. What I am going to do in the second test case means, see here. I don't want to give this name. I don't want to give this name. For this name itself, directly I am going to keep it as Hari. See here. In the second test case, I don't want to give name separately. Name I don't want to give. So directly, whenever there is a first name, I will say that enter Hari. So that what I can do it means, see here. There is a first name here. First column. First name. First name is there. Okay. Here, I am going to give the name. So I am going to give something like Sweta. Okay. After this, I am going to keep it as buffer. Directly I am giving as buffer. But in the place here, Sweta, I need to give something, some property for this, some property of this first name, some property of the first name. I need what I need to give. It means I need to give some property. I need to mention the property of first name. Property of first name equal to Sweta. So what it will do means directly there is a first name is there, right? Wherever the first name, it will replace whenever you are going to call it now, it is going to replace it Sweta. We'll see it how it is. So again I'm saying first name is there. I'm going to give the name as Sweta. Then directly I'm going to give it as buffer. Here I will say something like ID equal to Sweta. This ID is the property of a first name. This ID is the property of a first name. If I'm going to give like this, you don't want to give these two steps. In a single step, I can able to complete this. In a single step, I can able to complete this. Single step, I can able to complete this. I don't want to use the two steps like this. I don't want to use the cardinality here. In a single step, I can able to complete it. We'll see how it is. Now see here, guys. Just see here. It's a very small one. I'll go here. First name is there. Okay. In the first name, I'm going to give it as select it as buffer. I'm selecting it as buffer. So I need to provide some data. See here. If I'm going to select the buffer, directly you can see the first name is coming here. Directly first name is coming here. See here. If I'm going to give input here, nothing will be there. It will be like this. Now, if I'm going to select here, buffer, directly first name will come here. See here, you can get the first name. Okay. Now what I can do it here means, because of the first name, I can take some property of the first name. I'll click on this, jump to the module attribute. See here guys, again I'm saying is, I have selected only the buffer here. I'll go to the first name, right click on the first name, jump to the module attribute. So I'll go here. So in the modules, I can see the first name. I have the properties of the here, of the first name properties. Any one property I can take it here. I'll take some ID property. See here, ID equal to first name. ID equal to first name. ID equal to first name. You have a property ID equal to first name. So I will take this ID. I will take this ID. Again, I'm saying guys, I'll go to the test cases. Here in the first name, action mode, I'm going to keep it as buffer. I'll go to the first name, right click on the first name. I'll say this, jump to the module attribute. It will go there. From this, I'm going to take some property. I'll take ID. ID equal to first name. See here, ID equal to first name. So this is the first name property. See here, first name. These are the properties of a first name. So I'll take ID. So I'll come here to the test cases. See here, when you go click on this, you can see something like arrow mark here, down arrow mark. Click on the down arrow mark. You can get something like entire property, entire value. It's saying entire property, entire value. So here you need to enter the property, here you need to enter the value. So I can enter the property ID. So I can enter a value here. I'm going to give a value here. When you see this, you can able to see like this. ID equal to Harish. So whatever the thing I am going to give it here, so it is going to save it now. In the buffer. Okay. Now I am going to execute this. You can see here. Now see here, I will see any buffer views. There is no buffers. So now I am going to execute this. Okay. I'm going to right click here. I'll check it whether the page has been opened or not. Okay, page has been opened. I'm going to click on this. Run in Scratch. So it's processing. I did not enter any data. Just I have saved this data. ID to this. Okay. I'll see here guess works. In the Scratch book, you can able to see here. Buffer name with name Harish has set been value with first name. So wherever the first name it is there, so it will directly take this Harish. Now see here, if you want to see this, go to the buffer viewer. See here, first name. Okay, you can able to get like this. Now see here. I'll go to the test cases. Okay. Now, so this is one way of saving, or you can able to go like this case. Like this, you can able to go it. So you can give it as an input. Then you are going to give it as a buffer. So whatever the name you can able to give it, it is going to save it. Okay. Now next one is we have something like synchronization here, guys. Synchronization here. Have you heard the word synchronization? Synchronization. Tosca. So synchronization means what it is a different topic. What exactly you are going to do? It means here synchronization. Here you are going to make tool to wait till application finish its work. its work. So see here, you are going to make tool to wait till application finish its work. Okay. Now, whatever the tools, whether it is Selenium or the UFT or any tool, that is synchronization will be there. Synchronization will be, it's a wait time. Synchronization means you can say it's a wait time. Wait time days. Now see here, I'm going to enter username, comma, password. Then I am going to, after entering the username and password, I am going to click on login. Now application needs to go to inbox or anything, but here the application will take some time here. Application will take some time here. At that time, tool needs to wait till application will go to the next page, or it is going to the login to the next page. Getting guess what I'm saying? Synchronization means we are going to make the application, like what you can say, tool to wait till application will finish its work. So we are going to make Tosca will wait till application finish its. Guys, you can able to hear me now, right? Now see here. So here, synchronization means you are going to make tool to wait till application finishes work. Now see here, I have username and password. I am going to click on login. It will take at least 2 to 3 seconds, 2 seconds or 3 seconds to log in. If Tosca is not going to wait here, it will check for the inbox and it will say the result is going to be failed. Now see here, you can take this application also, this login application. If I am going to click on this, it will take some time to load the next page. See here, it is taking some time to load it. At that time, Tosca needs to wait till the page is going to load, then only it can able to perform the operations on the web page. So see here, now I am going to enter some email ID here. I am going to enter the password. I am going to click on login. So once I am going to click on login, now application means this demo web shop is the application. It will take some time to go to the next page. At the time, Tosca needs to wait. See here, I am going to click on this. Tosca needs to wait. Then only you can get the other page. Then only it can able to click on logout. Then only it can able to go to the do the operations on the next pages. Guys, next pages it can able to do the operations on the next page. So this is something like synchronization. Synchronization, you can say it's a wait time. This wait time, you can say synchronization. It is something like a wait time. Clear what is synchronization? We can see some examples. You can understand what is synchronization, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now see here, what I will do is, I'll go to the Tosca. I'm going to log out this. I'll go to Tosca. Go to the project. Go to the settings in the project. Go to the settings in the project. Okay. Settings in the project. Okay. In the settings in the project, okay, you need to see in the project, you need to select TBox here. TBox. Once you are going to select the TBox, select the synchronization here. See here, synchronization. It will show some explanation here, guys. Two types of synchronization is showing, like synchronization timeout, and synchronization timeout during wait on. Synchronization timeout or synchronization timeout during wait on, and it is going to give this value. These values are milliseconds. So above one is 10 seconds, this one is 20 seconds. 10 seconds and 20 seconds. So 10 seconds means, see here, I am going to enter. I'm going to enter username and password and click on login. If I'm going to use it, it will wait 10 seconds here. Then it will go to the inbox. Okay, then it is going to, after inbox is getting, then it is going to log out. So we can make tool to wait here. We are going to make tool to wait till application finish its work. You can give 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever the time you can able to give it. Wherever you want, you can able to give that time. We are going to ask Tosca to wait there. Tosca to wait there. We are going to ask Tosca to wait there. Getting the concept, get what I'm saying? See, if there is some web pages are there, guys. If web pages are not opening, okay, what we need to do? It will take some time web pages to open. It will take some time. At the time, Tosca needs to wait. If Tosca is not waiting, again, it is going to throw the errors for us. It is going to throw the errors. Now see here, in the settings, see here, I'm going to make this as 0. Just I'm trying this. I'm going to make this also 0. So previously it is 10 seconds. Now I'm going to make it as 0. Okay. Now I'm going to close these settings. Okay. So I have a problem with go to meeting. It will be this side now. It's difficult to close this. Okay, I'm closing now. Okay. Now see here. I'll try to run one login test case now. I'll try to run one login test case. Anything one login test case, I'll try to run this. Entire login. I'm creating one test case here. So login test case. I'm going to create one test case for login. So I'm going to add these modules from here. So these modules are required. Click on this login. Yeah, these 3 modules are required. So I can select the 3 modules at a time also by control. 3 modules. I'm going to drag all the 3 modules. I'm going to leave it in login. Okay. So demo web shop. I need to click on this. Click on this. So I need to enter the username and password. See the scenario once. Finally, I'm going to click on. So you know this, I need to use the browser or the URL, whatever the URL you need to use it. I'm going to add one more step, such an add step, URL. So open URL. This is one more. As well as I'm going to, I need to copy and paste the URL. So this is the URL. So I hope you know, all the people knows this. This is a basic test case. Okay, URL. Then I want to close the browser. I'll keep it on this top. Then I want to add one more step. This is a basic test case. Just I'm trying to add. I'm going to close the browser. So I can keep demo star. So these things what we are going to do. Okay. Now I need to execute this. I need to execute in the browser. So right click. So I need to give the configuration parameter. I'm going to give it as a browser. So here I'm going to give it in the Chrome. So till here you know this. I am going to execute this case. Now see here. I'll try to execute this. I am trying to execute this. Run in Scratch. See here, it is not executing. We'll check it once. Why it is not executing? Why it is not executing? We'll check it once. We'll see the results. So what is the issue here, guys? So no matching tab was found. No matching tab was found with the following properties. So what are the properties? You can able to see here. Title equal to demo web shop. Why means here tool is not waiting till the browser is going to open also. Tool is not waiting because I have made it here 0 seconds. You can see here. Go to the project in the settings. You have something like TBox here. It's taking some time. This in the TBox. We have something like synchronization here. 0 seconds. So it is not waiting there. It is not waiting at all. Now see here again. Again I will run it again. You can see here. See, browser is open. It is taking some time. Browser is taking some time to open, but tool is not waiting here. I am going to run this. The same issue. See here, till browser is loading. Browser is loading. It is taking some time to load. Browser is taking some time to load, but tool is not waiting here. Tool is not waiting here. Now what I will do it means I am going to close this. I'll go to the project. I'll go to the project. I'll go to the settings. In the TBox settings, I'm going to change the data. In the TBox settings, I'm going to change the data. TBox synchronization. I'll be the default one. Default. For the first one, it is 10 seconds. For the second one, it is 20 seconds. I'll explain what is the first one, what is the second. No. So you can able to see here. 10 seconds and 20 seconds. Okay. I'm going to close this. Now I'll try to execute again. We'll see this, whether it will execute or not. Is there any browser open? So I'm closing this. I'm going to run this. Now page is open. Now it is going to click on that. It is entering the data. It is going to log in. And finally it is going to log in. Now transactions are going smoothly, right? Compared to previous. What is the problem with the previous things, guys? Why previously we are getting the error?
Waiting time, sir.
Wait time. There is an issue with the synchronization. Why means here Tosca is not waiting till the application finishes its work. So Tosca is not waiting. Oh. Now see here. Now we have some different type of wait operations here. Different type of wait operations. The default wait operation which is given for the entire project is these two are there. These two are the default which they have Tosca has given this. Tosca has given these things, wait operations. TBox. We need to go to the synchronization. We have two things, sir. One is synchronization timeout. First one, it is synchronization timeout. Synchronization timeout means, okay, here maximum time it is going to wait. If there is any unsuccessful operation, it is going to retrace also. So the maximum time, if you are going to open a browser or something now, so what is the maximum time it is going to wait? It is 10 seconds. Okay. Now sometimes if it is taking 15 seconds or something also, it is going to throw the error. It will throw the error. But maximum time what we have given is 10 seconds. This is common for all the test steps. For all the test steps, this is common. So synchronization timeout is 10 seconds. That is common. Okay. Second one, we have something like synchronization timeout during wait on. Synchronization timing during wait on. Wait on means if you are going to use some wait statements here, if you are going to use some wait statements, at that time the maximum time it can wait here, this the default time is 20 seconds. So this one is, we are not going to use any wait statement. Directly the default is 10 seconds. If you are going to use any wait on statements, at that time it will wait till maximum of 20 seconds. Again, one more thing is there, guys. See here, we have something like synchronization timeout. Okay. Now see here. Okay, synchronization timeout, what exactly it is here means, if I am going to give 10 seconds as a synchronization timeout, if the task will complete in 2 seconds, it will continue the process. It will not wait till 10 seconds. Again, I am saying here, if I am going to give a task, I need to open a browser. So if the task will complete in 2 seconds, so it will not wait for remaining 8 seconds. It will continue the process. So there is no time wastage here. Okay. We have some other functions or the methods we are going to use it here. Okay, TBox methods or something. At the time, if you are going to give 10 seconds now, the application will wait 10 seconds whether the task will complete or not. But in this situation, these are the default methods, guys. These are the default synchronization methods. In this method, whatever the time we are going to give it. But if the task will complete in 2 seconds also, it will continue the process. It will not wait till 10 seconds. Till here, clear, guys? Till here, you can understand theoretically what is synchronization. I can show it practically.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here, guys. Now what we can do, it means we can use some synchronization methods here. We can see how it will work. We can use some synchronization method. Okay. Now you can able to use synchronization method. I'm going to close this. I'll go to the test cases. Okay. You can use like synchronization method in the test steps also. You can use it. You can use in the test steps. You can use it, or if you want, you can use separately with the test case also. You can able to use it. Okay. Now we have something called wait before and wait after case. First synchronization means we have something called wait before and wait after. Wait before, or we have something like wait after. Okay. So we can provide this property in the module, these properties, wait before or wait after. In the module section, we have the properties, right? We can do it there. We can do it there. We can able to provide it there, guys. We can able to provide it there. So wait after and wait before. So what you need to do, it means go to the modules. There you have a property. Here you need to add a property. You need to select the field. First you need to select which field. For the first name field, I need to give first name field. Every field I need to give some synchronization. Some after first name or before first name I want to wait. Okay. For the first name field, I need to go there. I need to right click. here. Okay. After right clicking here, I need to select I need to select. We have something called steering param. Steering param. It is going to add the property there. It is going to add the property there. Then I can mention something like wait before executing this field. Okay. 10 seconds. I can able to mention like this. If you want the same thing also, wait after, I can give 10 seconds. And we have TBox wait also. TBox wait also used there. I will explain the TBox wait also. So these are the waits what we are having. Now see here this. We'll see wait before. I'll go here. I'll use the same, this one, this login. Okay. Or we can use register case. Register will be the good for this. Okay. I'll go with this also, no issues. Okay. I'll go with the login. Login. Here you can see this. I'm going to enter the first name. Email ID I'm entering here. Email ID. Okay. I'm going to right click here. See here, yes. In the email ID, I'm going to right click. Jump to module attribute. Jump to module attribute. I'll go here. So the email ID I have come here. Okay. Now I need to go here. Right click here. Here also you can right click, or here also you can right click. Anywhere you can able to right click. Okay. I'm going to right click here. You need to select create steering param. I'm going to click on this. It's not right. I'm going to right click on this, click on this. So it is going to come like steering param. So here you need to mention wait. Okay. Wait before. Whatever. I want to wait before entering the email ID. I want to wait for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I need to wait for 10 seconds. So I have given the time. So wait before I have given. I'm going to drag this. So I have added wait before 10 seconds. So before entering the email ID, I'm asking Tosca to wait for 10 seconds. Tosca to wait for 10 seconds. Okay. Again, if you want, I'll go to the demo login. It is going to log in inside. See here. After login, before logout, there is a logout button. Is there? There is a logout button. There's a logout button. Before logout, I will ask Tosca to wait for 30 seconds also. I can. So right click. I am going to. It's a before logout or after login, or I can mention after login. So here I have mentioned. See here, guys. Email. Here I have mentioned. I have added a property called wait before. So what I can do is after clicking on login, I'm asking Tosca to wait for 30 seconds. I'll write here. So here it is going to enter first. It is first, you know, this first test case. First step, what it will do? It will click on login. Click on login. First step. Second step, it has to enter the email. Enter the email. So I am saying this, wait 10 seconds in between this. Wait 10 seconds in between this. This is, I'm using something like wait before. Wait before. I'm using here. Okay. After entering the email, you know this. After entering, you are going to enter the password. Enter the password. After this, I'm going to click on login. Now I'm going to keep one more here. Wait 30 seconds after this. Wait 30 seconds after this. So I'm going to keep here. Wait after. I'm going to keep. Then finally, fifth step, I'm going to log out. Getting the steps, guys. I'm using just wait before and wait after. That's all. Now, for wait before, I'm going to say that before entering the email, wait for 10 seconds. Now wait after. I'm going to check here. Wait after. So before, after clicking on the login, After clicking on the login, I am asking to wait for 30 seconds. I'm going to right click on create steering param. I'm going to mention wait after this 30 seconds. So it will wait here for 30 seconds. Now I am going to execute this. I am going to save this. I'll go to the test cases. I am going to execute. I am going to execute this login test case. Now see here this. So it has to open the browser. It has to wait here for 10 seconds after clicking on login. Now see here guys, it is not entering the data, it is waiting here. It is not entering the data, it is waiting for 10 seconds. You can see here this. Okay. Now after this, it is going to enter that it is going to log in. Now it will not log out. It will wait for 30 seconds. So I am asking here Tosca to wait. I am asking here tool to wait till application finish its work. That is something like synchronization. We are going to make application and the tool in the same sync. Now see here, it is waiting for 30 seconds. After waiting for 30 seconds, it is going to log out and it's going to close the browser. Log out and it is going to close the browser. Getting or not, guess what I am doing? Guys, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can understand the topic, what I am saying, what is synchronization means.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are going to make tool to wait here, because sometimes what happens, a lot of transactions are doing. When the transactions are going there, application will take more time to complete the transactions. But Tosca will not wait till that. So that we are making tool to wait here till the application finish its work. Okay. Now see here one more. The final one is there. 5 minutes I am going to complete this. So we have one more thing here. One more thing here. If you want, we can use this. Right click on this. Such an action. TBox wait. TBox wait. So here I can do the wait duration, how much time you want to wait. How much time you want to wait. I want like maybe like what I can say, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I want 15 seconds, 15 seconds. You can wait here. It is going to wait here. It is going to wait here. Wait here. So TBox wait. TBox wait is separate test step. Wherever you want, you can able to keep it. But previously we have used something like wait before and wait after. You need to give in the properties in the module section only. But TBox wait, you can use it in the test case section wherever you want. Now see here. Wherever I'm going to keep it this, it is going to take this TBox wait. So after open URL, I'm going to keep it. Wait for 10 seconds. So now I'm going to run this. So TBox wait. This it will wait for 10 seconds here. Now I'm going to run this. So it is waiting this. Okay, it is processing the results. I'll execute one more time. You can say, you need to say some difference for me. What is the difference between? Okay, see here. So weighted, that is like it is showing something like 15,000 milliseconds. It has been weighted, it is showing. So you can see the start time. Okay, like something like 10 and it is 15, it is going to complete 15 seconds duration, it is going to complete. Okay, but this step, it is asking, it is taking more time. Step 5 also you can able to see this. What is the start time? All these details you can able to see here. So it has been weighted here. Okay, so this is the thing like synchronization is. Synchronization, how you are going to use it, it's a wait time. So we have something like wait before, wait after, and TBox like time. Okay, TBox wait time you have, or if you want the default time, if you want to change, you need to go to the project, you need to go to the settings. In the project, you need to go to the settings. Here you have a TBox. So where you have these things, TBox, where is synchronization. So these two, synchronization timeout and synchronization timeout during wait on. So these two things, guys. These two things are there. So normally, you know this. Synchronization timeout means it is a maximum time to be. It is going to wait. Okay. It is going to wait. We are going to give it in milliseconds. In case if there is any unsuccessful operation or something, the maximum time it is going to wait is 10,000. If we are going to give any wait statement now, it is going to use till other 10 seconds. It is going to add it here. Okay.